Alright, we're back. We have coffee. I remember to press I definitely didn't forget to press the record button 5 minutes ago. We have a train jam here, which I need to fix. There's 25k iron there, which is not a lot. Rallies and top-heavy genetic anomalies gotcha game. Stream desk? I don't know how to fix it, in all honesty. I can open the program, but it doesn't seem to do anything. I suppose I could try. Could honk at it. Could try unplugging it, plugging it back in. Wherever the plug is. There. It still says, oh, it's angry at that. Doesn't want to do that. QIT crowd. I should grab some sound bites from IT crowd. Should grab some from Red Dwarf as well. Yeah, that didn't change anything. What about these? It do that. It can do that. Do that. Can it do that? It can do. See, those are the things that normally don't work. So it can do. It's backwards day. Those things normally don't work, but it can't do. But it can't do the essential stuff. Well, I mean, it can do these, apparently. But it won't do, like, camera one won't work. I think that was Discord. Does Discord controls work? Yeah, they work. But, the scene stuff... Scene? The source stuff doesn't work. The scene stuff works, the source stuff doesn't work. Anyway. Moving swiftly along. Something that might be an idea is adding wires to these. I want to make sure they all get wired. They all. I want the averaging stuff to work on this. OBS issue? It might be an OBS issue, but OBS hasn't changed, hasn't had an update. You know what? It's gonna release those. So at least gets them in their train stops. Set you to auto. Whee! Hey, double train. Oops, not having an update. OBS did. I haven't updated OBS yet. I love 2.8s. They're so snappy. They're just they're just so zoomy. Okay, here come the other trains. Save it. A built-in virtual cam. Oh. Oh, I think I know what that is. 4 blue circuits. That's a lot of blue circuits right there. What is that? 32, 64, 128. Blues. Green. Green. Where's the red? Red's probably still loading. Yeah, it's still. Yeah, okay. Red's Red's got a bit of an issue here. What do we got? $10 of worth of... So what is it? It's 12,000 a minute, the blue circuits. I'll tell you what, I'm going to pretend that's not a problem. And carry on up here. Because, damn it, we're going to get this stuff done. Let's get the Ryko silos connected. Gonna launch those rockets. They're gonna... Speaking of, how's the rest of the science packs doing? Okay, 2 of them have ticked off military. How's... Oh, you're not getting stone. There's all these little squirrel projects popping up around the base that I need to actually deal with. It's progressively getting worse. Like, there's so many little squirrel projects now. Also tempted to move this on the onto the other side. Like that. There. Can't leave it for future? No, not this time. Not for future me. That doesn't seem too terrible, does it? Mind you, that should actually be control units there. Control units, low density, and then rocket fuel, something like that. No, that has to be low density. Then it needs to continue up to there. Then rocket fuel can come the other side. There and there. Like that. 22 minutes. Until liftoff. It'd be nice if I could time this with it, but it's not going to happen. Fortunately. Now we grab this. Can I wire it up? I think more beacons would matter because it's 16 size? Not really. Yeah, pretty much. Not really. The beacons don't really do anything other than waste power. Particularly fond of that. Right. Because I still got to do this bit. Maybe I'll do it to the side. I don't know. There's just so many materials to supply to is the problem that I'm having. The issue that I'm seeing is there's so many materials to supply to this thing. I wonder if it might be better as a bot sandwich. Oh, not really. I mean, bot sandwich is ultimately better. Having said that. But like maybe I could offset it to one side like here. I'm gonna have to move this track again. Like the 4th time. 8. Each one of these goes to 2 rocket silos, so each belt gets split into 2 rocket silos to balance out the speed. So my theory is that each, like, the science, yeah, well, I've already disobeyed that. Because I've already given batteries a sandwich as well. I mean, the trouble is you can't escape the fact that bot sandwiches are actually better. After that is radars. Am I going to split between this? Probably just run the belts across both, because there's going to be so many more satellites than what's necessary. What's a bot sandwich? This. It's a bot sandwich. See, it's so you have a bot. This is the lower bun, the upper bun, or the upper bun, the lower bun, and then the train's in the middle of the sandwich with the bots in the center. The bots are in the middle of the sandwich of build. Sec video locked up. Oh. Yeah, it's a bot hamburger, really. I guess you could call it. I guess it would be valid. $8 a second? Oh, it's like 360 or something a minute. I can tell you. 40 a minute. It's not really that many at all. Like, I could probably put radar here and tap off the circuits and iron plate. And feed it forward. Ah, actually, there's an idea. Could feed it forward. It actually works. Hot burritos. Yeah, each their own. As long as it's got some nice sour cream. No, a bot burrito with some nice sour cream. What is it? Red onion? The thing? They go down. It's pretty nice. The trouble is with a bot burrito, it's not the optimal layout for bots. So that's the only thing not really in its favour. Alternatively, I could have two of these. Am I really going to build that many radars? I kind of don't want to. As I say, the alternative is to stack it like this. What does Brannigan call it? Guacamole? They're doing it like that. We already worked out that this is all that's actually needed per build. You don't like sour cream? Sour cream's pretty nice. Sour cream's cool. Sour cream's amazing. There. It's optimal bot layout, assuming it's a starburst design. It's basically this. Anything, it's as small as it can be. In fact, if anything, one Roboport's basically the best. The problem is there's not enough charging. It's this. Maybe a starburst design. Anything round, really. Like this tapers its edges to suit the bot range. Even probably should taper off a little bit more on the edges. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that much. So yeah. You go there. I feed that up there. I mean, in theory, In theory, I'm doing 16 when I only need 8. That's not right. All of that. Yeah, that's better. So what do we got? This is what we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 unloads to stack all on top of each other. A lot of unloads. That's not good. That's why I was thinking of doing rocket fuel down below. But that's also a bad idea. If I do it down there, then there's, yeah, just train crossing. Train crossing woes. Well, let's tear it all down. Probably want to figure out what the spacing from this is going to be, because I'm going to push it down. So I'm not going to need to use all that space. I need to turn you off, or it dumps all the rocket fuel, the rocket silos. I think I got it before it actually triggered. Okay. You're pretty far out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Yeah, so that pretty much comes down to here. So that's a thing. Also built. It's time to make build evaporate. Favorite pastime, making build evaporate. T-minus 10 minutes, everything currently a go. Still time for them to do an abort. Unfortunately. It's not the Delta Heavy, so it's not likely. Not as likely. Yep, wrong one. I've overshot. Paint Simulator. Paint Simulator 2020. Oh, can you believe it was not that long ago? It was only 2016. Where are we at? There. Yeah, so these silos are now out here. It's weird you left high school 5 years ago. That's kind of freaky to me. Considering when I finished high school. It was a long time ago. There we go, you go. Hugo. Yeah. Was it like 95? Something like that. I mean, who's really counting? Well, put it this way, when I started school, when I started high school, they were upgrading, how long ago was the 23 Union? What was it? Started out with BBC Micros at school. Vista. Yours was Vista. It was mine. I mean, mine was before Vista. Mid 80s. No, it would have been Windows XP and OS X. I remember this. By year 12, I remember the computers having 10.2 on the iMacs. God, those things were slow. I don't know how Mac people could tolerate those. Like, the experience that I had with Macs was overall, every Mac I used was terrible. I don't understand how Mac users put up with it. 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, Gigabyte Max. Yeah, but every time I went to use them, like, school had them off and on. I did change schools, mind you. Apple II GS. Like, every Mac was just awful. I mean, Mac Classics were terrible machines to use anyway. Even when they were when you would still consider them to be relevant, they were just terrible machines. This was also peak 90s Apple, which was not a good time. We would generally call it not their finest hour. I don't know, had Apple IIs, IBM clones were too expensive. Crapple Max. Yeah, the 90 ones were crapple. Definitely crapples. I have no idea why I left those beacons in. Nope. Combinators are out. You like it or not, the combinators are out. Thing ever used a Mac to play Myst as a child. I played SimCity on a Mac. Again, the experience was terrible. It was so slow. It was worse than a 486. And it wasn't a terrible machine too. It was like for the SimCity days, and the Mac had a CD. I remember it had a CD drive in it. It was a model with an integrated CD drive. So like it wasn't a low-end model. It was still just a piece of junk. Plastic red, blue, green, apple, all-in-one units. Oh, that's the iMacs, the original iMac. Yeah, G3. The jelly beans. There's actually one sitting over there. I gotta get rid of it. Piece of crap. It's got. I put OS X 10, OS X on it. I think it's got 10.3 on it. It's so slow. Oh, I'm a tech hoarder. Do we need to go through again? DX, SX, DX, SX. Cyrix. Does it have a dinosaur game on it? Couldn't say. Oh, you're beacon line. You're no good. No Celeron? Let me reach back further. There's probably one in this stack. Pentium 3, Pentium 3, Pentium 3. There you go, there's your Celeron. Bottom of the stack. There's your Celeron. It's a Celeron 566, 128, 66 megahertz, 128 megabyte cache, 128 kilobyte cache, 1.128 megabyte. That's a bit much for this poor little thing. 1.5 volt. Remember when CPUs used more than a volt? Chip trading clubs? No, these are just ones that I have lying around. I remember basically junked like 200 of these. It's like 200 of these machines for parts. I got a few of the CPUs from it. And that's just the CPUs. I don't really have much of anything else. Now, so a Hugo there. And a Hugo there. Play the Hugo game. Or maybe without the undergrounds though. That belt there, because it's totally redundant. Because that's the old rocket fuel input, which we're moving to the top. Side loading underground for the solar panels and accumulators. Side loading? What was wrong with it? It reaches, goes in, at least. Or, so whatever it is, I've definitely forgotten what it was. Wrong side of the underground. These. I'll have a look. Wrong side of the underground. Side loading on the end of solar panels and accumulators. Well, I mean, it's doing that to compensate for it. That's right, isn't it? That's why I'm confused. Thought I did fix it. That also goes there. Oh. The side that doesn't go into the underground? Oh yeah, you're right. So I pulled it down too far. I get you now. I get you now. Dear. Dearie me. Can probably stand to move that too. So radars will come down there. What I'll do. So radars hit there. I'll have to move it over. Move this whole thing over, really. Yeah. What'll happen is that. Yeah. You make gears. You make radars. Direct insert the gears. You take a circus from that. Gears takes plate from that. That doesn't work. Unless I move circuits over to there. There. Need it to overlap. It's like circus needs to go there and then swap that for steel. So it needs to be like that. There. There. Grabs that, grabs that, grabs that. Outputs there. Outputs like so. I suppose I could half belt the blues. Could probably get away with it. Combine these. Where is it there? That would certainly save the strain on the unload. What do you reckon? I like. Downside is it means basically effectively demolishing all this and starting over. Because it's easier than tweaking it all one by one. Stupid belt that keeps reappearing. Actually managed to launch. Aha. I'm also slightly concerned that much time has already passed. Too bad we're not quite ready to launch yet. A little bit away from that yet. Yes, that's there. Ooh. That's your reach distance. Hmm. Okay, that makes things slightly more complicated. That way it's marked for prod mods. It's not the end of the world. That needs to pick both. It means I need to bunch these closer together like that. Know what that'll do. And we'll do a inventory to inventory like that. I need to lift it up one tile so it actually fits. And we're golden. And even this still plugs in. How's that? Oop, that's the wrong button. Do Control D. LD. I was like, why isn't Control D working? Because it's LD. Ding dong. Red inserter for gears radars? Probably, yeah. I mean, it could make it even long. That would, yeah. So make it even. So what you mean is make it even longer. And do that. As, or that. No, it has to be that. And gear long dingadonger. There. Is that what you mean? I'm not seeing it, that's all. Cause I only gain one gap. That's the problem I'm seeing. Yeah. Ah. It would work if it was horizontal. No, I can't see it. I'm sure it's possible. I just can't see it at the minute. It's just Control Z for now. Oops. It's one too many Control Zs. Control Zs! GPS, satellite launch. Ah. Oh. Peek at that after. I really want to get this done. Like, I'm really pushing now. And that one's rocket fuel. I'm gonna need to stay super focused. Super duper focused. Actually, oh, you collide with a substation. You're the worst. Rocket fuel. There. Cheat control Alt F4? How about Shift F4? Just compromise with some Shift F4. Oops, I didn't actually want to pick that up. Yeah, and that's fixed the undergrounds as well. Which is nice of it. Function F4. Ooh. Throw laptop function keys into the mix, you never know where you're going to end up. Alright, we're fully juiced on coffee. I think we'll get rid of that. Run and paste. You just hold down the mouse button. Yeah, just hold down the mouse button. Take it the delivery was just made. I think I need to address that traffic jam. Why don't I use the closer packs train as well? I need to address that. Tell you what, before I go, fix this. Because it looks stupid. Where do I always pace wrong? Don't hold down shift. Shift forces it to go down. I just click and held and relied on it erroring except for that one place where it would paste. The rocket silos actually did most of the work. Because they would only paste over the right spot. So you just game it to do that. That's why I like substations, because substation builds tend to be more willing to do that inherently. That's part of one of the other reasons why I like substations. All right, let's go. To there. Doesn't matter which way we go. We're going to hit the traffic jam anyway. Okay. Tell you what. Go via starter. If we go via starter, do speed runners, do that, check the grid, box, copy paste, one selection it builds. That's true actually, speedrunner, it is a speedrunner trick now. How's military looking? So, probably bottlenecked on coal, which is, yeah, stuck in the traffic jam. And after that I need to fix stone for the rail. Realistically, the stone unload should probably be a 16. It's sort of blanked out on that. That's an oopsie right there. If I ever saw one. Shame. I won't be able to. I'm definitely not going to make the launch in time. My launches in time. Circuits. Circuits. The reference is very good. It's be a pain to set if you don't have an easy reference, but yeah. It can sometimes be just a nightmare to deal with. Yeah, look at that. It's backed up all the way up to there now. Right, we're in the traffic jam. Don't mind me, just placing some more of this down. Because we need to grow that build consistently. The sun's really come out now. You can actually see it's really bright behind me. Don't normally get... It's been so long since we've had actual sunlight that it's a bit unusual. Ran a bit of rail. Yeah, we'll clean it up later. Fix it later. Fix it in post. I don't know, bots or something. No, yes, no. Exactly. Theme update? Oh, what do we got? Is that train tying to do? Just trying to get red circuits. This is actually this will be, yeah, it's the prod mod train. Which is a reasonable thing for it to do. Hit the update button. Oh. As in, is there a Factorio update? Or did it just say that there's a client update? Hi train. Just a client update. There we go. Trouble is, I kind of don't want to do the whole build the build properly right now. I don't want to invest the energy in it. It doesn't help that I've also added more trains than what the stacker can handle. Oh yeah, there's a chain at the Y split. More importantly, I need to turn on more of these builds. How are we doing for production? 73,000 green circuits. Tasty. Tasty greens. It's only reds waiting now. It's pretty crazy, this thing's starting to turn on. Plate and such. Give you 3 of these builds. Final offer. 3 builds. Red circuit is meant to go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. The red circuit trains are meant to, or the trains are meant to enter about here. Or maybe here. Or the red circuit ones enter this way in, and these enter about here, this way in. I need to find the center of the entire lot. Can chain deadlock it? I mean, there. Fact about there. There. That's the center. Output tracks go anywhere yet? No. I should make those output tracks go somewhere. Shouldn't I? It'd be kind of important. Kind of useful. I wonder if it's worth having a train length come down and having them pre-queue. Also centered the wrong one. It's actually that one. That's the center that I want. That's what I want. Hmm. Yeah, so this is, oops, undo that. Bottommost track. 2, 3, 4. The idea being there's 2 of each. 2 for the plastic copper, 2 for the iron copper. So this one comes down there, this one comes up there. And they're spread out, dispersed and spread out evenly amongst all the tracks. I'm tempted to make this the top. Yeah, this one needs to be the top one. Yeah. Not convinced of what I'm about to do is a good idea. So I want a stacker, but I want any to be able to go to any. I want any lane, like this one. I don't want to make it so this one just goes that way and this one just goes that way. The other one goes the other way. Like that. All the way along like so. Might be worth me building all these first. That way I can get an idea of what's going on. Also help if I build them in the right spot. That would help a lot. Okay, this one. Grab that. Drunk paint. Have to. Okay, so maybe it won't be the exact middle. Boop. Boop. There's the next one. Yes. I guess it's the center of these two. So what is that? That's 26. So 13. 13. Right there. Oh. Need some visual aids. Like that. So that was the old center. So there should be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be like 7 total. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Ah, I was losing my mind then. God damn. I mean, worst case scenario, I could just add more build. Just add an eighth one just to just to make it even. Yeah, boop. There. And there. Alright, that should be good. No it's not. Because of the right-hand drive, it's effectively using the right-hand drive cross-junction rules, so it has to go up one. To lift that up one, I think it was? No. The other one. This needs to be wider. Because the signal needs to sit there. Yeah, and that sits right in the way. There, that's there. Then I just make this one bigger to compensate. So it looks even. Yeah, it looks like a T-junction. Do you know what's wrong with it? There's one thing wrong with it. Tell me what's wrong with it. Should be fairly obvious what's wrong with it. That was actually, yeah, that was there. Yeah, that one can stay like that. Just be a little bit wider. There. That's even now? I hope it is. Then we have a chain afterwards. This is going to be one hell of a chain block. These go this way. That. One will do that. Because that's the other input. Signal, 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 stig tool, stig tool, stig tool, squignal, squignal. Copy and paste. Scrub it. 2 seconds. Oh, right on the mark. Right on the launch. I missed a chain. That doesn't surprise me. It's debatable whether or not pasting this thing down, considering how much I'm removing. What did I miss? Exactly. Hang on. Hang on a minute. Let's hop. I mean, I do want that to be its own chain block. Like, there's no point having a chain signal before. Because the way chain blocks work. See, the reserved, occupied... Well, reserved and occupied are basically the same thing. So there's little incentive to make it right, to break it up. It only makes sense to break it up if it's... Oh, now I'm actually out of chains. Yes. No. Like, because the train's coming down here, it's only gonna... Like, if a train passes down here, it's gonna block everything in its path. It's gonna reserve everything. The only way to break it up... The only way to release it It's after the train's gone through, so you want the signal set up so that it releases as the train goes through. That's why the two chains here lead to that one, because that's the only thing it can be. That's the only combination it could be. Right, I need the output. Cut these. Oop. Yeah. This is the kind of thing that keeps me from finishing... Oh, hello, trains. It's the kind of thing that keeps me from actually launching a rocket. It's just so many little building projects. What does that get me? It gets me... 1, 2, 3 of them. At that. 1 too low. 23. Ah, so they bumped it back a day. Well, for that to be there. Yeah, that's why I didn't do it that way. That would happen. Wouldn't align with this one. Hmm. Hmm. Could do the double up system. Like that. Bolt range? Oh, we're well and truly out of bolt range here. We're in the wilderness here. Up here. And that one can stay as it is. I'm kind of expecting a lot of trains here. At 4, 8, 12... Start with 16. Trouble is, I can't actually build that many trains because if I did, the poor copper smelter would suffer. Poor copper smelter would have such a bad time. Have you received your belt? You have. Bye, bots. And... Bye, bots. Bye, bots. Oh, they're all in the way. It's funny, it's actually pulling construction bots out of the network doing that, which isn't ideal by any means. Poor one smelter. Yeah, the one smelter to rule them all. Oh, that's not actually all of them. I was gonna say. With the low densities, I'll do the opposite. So this one goes up to the top and in, and then the other ones fold back the other way. What for shit doing? I don't want the robo ports. That gap. Have anything important in the copy paste history? Probably. If I did, it's gone now. If I did, it's not that important anymore. How does that look? Better. How's that supply of track look? Not great. Only hopes and dreams. Only the hopes and dreams of launching a rocket today. Or launching 16 rockets all at once today. Once you set your base up and running, what you do everyone does in concrete areas over your build? I had thought about it. I had actually thought about doing that. Oop, hello train. Saturday morning and raining hard. Damn. It's incredibly bright and sunny and even windier today here. Like the wind gusts are crazy right now. Although I think everyone's taking the opportunity to go outside. Been hearing the various gardening tools going off all morning. I think I can hear another lawnmower. You know what, that's a dumb idea. I don't know where this one is, it's pretty distant. Oh, damage. Uh-oh. That's not nice. Spider, please? One of the other spiders might actually be closer. I'd like to know where the third spider's gone. I know where the fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, and eighth spider is. You're gonna go for the next radar. No, go to sleep on the railway. Remember what happened last time we had a spitter on the railway tracks? I do have remotes for all of them. Or most of them. Some of the replacement ones I didn't make remotes for. I knew I should have littered some laser turrets around. These are almost in position. Just looking for a friend. Looking for a friendly train. Friendly missile to the face. Yeah, so what I realized is I can tap into this. Huh. Oh. I have enough? Not really. Well, almost trains inbound. I think I only have 2 plastic trains. Yeah, it's just 2. Hopefully this 70 is enough to just like do the reach around. 70, 60, 50. Oops. About there. Yeah, they're incoming. I actually only ever connected half of those in. I need this train to hold up for a second. Calm down. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter with these because it's still double-headed. Who'd have thunk it? Yep. That's surprisingly deadly. Get rid of that one. And yeah. It's probably fine. When we do the chasing the bottleneck game, all the issues will reveal themselves. Actually fit. It does. Amazing. Oh, and the train just came through. Bonus. Yeah, this is pretty deadly right now. How are we doing for production? Just smelting. That poor 40k a minute copper smelter gonna start really doing the work. Yeah, so what I wanted was this distance here. 8, 10, 12. Right there. Very close to this oil patch. Hmm. And just gonna go to that one first. This train's fuel. Probably a bit of a mistake, but oh well. We'll add 2 more, make it 4. These builds should all turn on just fine as well. assuming I copied correctly. Oh, that's not good. How? Oh, that's really bad. That's a new spot that the biders are coming in at. That's not so good, Al. Oh, are they even coming from? There might be biders up there, or maybe I'm hitting biders out there finally and they're coming round. Yeah, they're really destroying things. They're really wrecking the place. I don't even know if they have repair packs there. Just destroyed a whole bunch of bots. You're in for a bad day. There. There we go. Bye, train. Nice to know you. Come back here, damn it. Alright. I mean, basic defense, but it'll work. Lose any chests? Yes. Some chests were lost. Some bots were lost. I mean, in the scheme of things, it's not that much. But losses is... Unload and load. Load. Yeah, it seems to work. Do the duty? No. But the pollution is spreading pretty hard. That's where the problem lies. Like, I'm starting to really ramp up a lot of pollution as the base starts, like, as the intermediates start rolling. I have to tweak that. Next. I missed the pack strain, didn't I? Again. I wasn't paying attention. Right, next. Oh, I gotta finish up here. I need to get the plate trains into red circuits. Problem is the plate trains are probably not frequent enough to actually do it. Turning around. It shouldn't have taken that. It shouldn't still be doing that. It should have already finished. Let's get back to starter. Refill. Then we'll go down to there, fix that stone train, get the purple packs bottled up. The military's actually almost bottled up. It's that call outpost is really doing some work. 1.9, 1.9. Full balance, that's good. 7.2 across the board. If it goes off, then I know there's some issue. There's some big issues. Oh, look at that. The fishy's filling up. Yeah, the fish lamp went down. Right, that's enough of that. Now, go down there. I mean, probably the laziest way of finding out is doing something like that. Just follow the line. It'll tell you where it comes from. Yeah, there. Another one deeper in. Also, the green circles are all the precious, precious fish. Hang on. There. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's pollution there. It was about where I said it was. It's kind of cheaty, but at the same time, sometimes it's handy. Handy dandy. You can tell this place was definitely not designed for trains this long. I can go back round. Where are we going? We're going back to circuits now. Let's turn that off. So the ME stone train shouldn't be too bothered. Shouldn't be bothered by this situation. In theory, I said this to come back around, even though in theory it is actually full. But I wanted to make sure that it did actually, like, I wanted to satisfy the orders. I don't want it to go with the wrong amount, just in case there was like a few stones short or something silly like that. Progress bars are nice. They are such a nice feature. Yep. Train. Yeah, I got the rest of the track here. There's another train. Train. Oh, this is dangerous. This is a dangerous area to be now. Yep. Alright. I mean, this is, I think, actually pretty close to the middle. Yep. Train. Don't need that lane anymore. Right, we're turning on that red build now, apparently. Okay. Future note. Future me note. Cut this track. That's pretty useless. Yeah, that's better. One, two, three. There we go. Yeah, that's not going to do a lot. I mean, well, it's going to make circuits, but it's not going to go anywhere. Like, it's going to make green circuits for the reds, but it's otherwise not going anywhere. Yep. Train. That's definitely a train. That's another train. That needs to be a chain. I can go. Okay, we're making more than a few reds now. Hi, trains. Oh, that's cute. There should be 4 of those. Here comes another one. There goes another one. In it comes. I'm alright. Three to one, you get run over by a train. Now listen here. I've made a pretty decent effort of only getting run over in between streams. Yep, train just went yellow. Oop, that's a little low. Yeah, this is just a really super simple combinator switchy thing. Oh, and include a radar. Super simple, super basic. It'll just make sure the trains won't all try and hog one unload. Oh. Yeah, I'm not exterminator. Not that bad. Yep, train. Can you imagine how wild this place is going to be once the copper is running fully? If I actually connect them, I have. They're all committed. You know, you'd think I'd remove the radar from the blueprint. Yeah. Aha. The trick is to stay far enough away that they try and stop them placing it in time. Okay, so most of those are blocked off. Oh, look, we've got one build going. We're going to keep hammering the same one, unfortunately, I think. One, two, three, sorta. I need the circuit trains to get into... Oh, I connected that to the wrong track, that's why. That's why they're not going in there. What's our time? 4 hours... 4.5... 4 hours, 15 minutes. That's right. This one's wrong. I plugged into the wrong one. There we go. So now we should see more than like 10,000 red circuits a minute. The carriage inspector. I set that to 120k, but it might not actually ever reach it. I'd like to see the other ones go. But yeah, there's going to be a massive queue at the smelter, I suspect. Somewhat. How many, Wait. Don't have a plastic train. This plastic train doesn't have coal. To the point where I should probably limit them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So like the first 4. So they can't do that. Maybe even the first 3. So limit them to the first 3. So that doesn't keep happening, because there's nowhere near enough oil to supply all these. One of the biggest problems is probably going to be oil supply. Oh, we have a second build running. That should be 20,000 red circuits a minute. Yep, 20,000-ish red circuits a minute. It's not a ridiculous number at all. What's the green circuit consumption? Only 38, because we're not doing any, oops, any blues. I sneezed. Okay, next stop is the oil base again. We'll prepare a rocket fuel train. And yeah, we'll draw things even closer. I didn't check for trains then. That may or may not have been a wise idea. Oh, in there. In news of, here's one I prepared earlier. Justin coming in with that follow. Phoenix Terminator will try the train once in a bar defense game that you may have only joined to try and hit him. Yeah, that circuit build is not something I normally do. This base has a lot of new designs going on. Like I'm trying new things. Right, let's get Bale out. Lack of chests. Tell you what, you can be request a chest now. To be extra special. Okay, and then wire down, 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 and down. Not that I needed to do that. Oh wait, 12, isn't it? That's better. Right, now we can power it. Holding off on the power until I did that. What does the circuit do? It balances the chests. You'll be able to see it. There we go. It's not perfect though. Yeah, see, these shouldn't have turned off. No. That's why. Negative. See, these have stopped inserting because they have fuel in them to let these insert. Turtle Lord, how you doing? So yeah, that's what it's doing, is it's looking at the average across all the contents of all the chests, and if any individual chest is above average, then it stops inserting. So these have, this wagon's bottled up, so these inserters have stopped to let these go. And you'll see they'll grab as the average changes. I need to apply that little sign to the rest. You need this exactly? This is, yeah, it's super straightforward. Oh. There goes the bitrate. There goes the frames. Yeah, so all it is, you wire all the chests together, all the chests together with either a red wire or a green wire. There goes the frames again. Seem to have lost. There it goes. Okay, I think it's stable. So, refresh if you're behind. Yeah, pause, play, or full refresh. Yeah, what you want to do is wire all the chests together and then wire all of the inserters to a different wire. So the wire goes from the chest to a, yeah, it should be back and stable now. There's a little hiccup. It was a big gust of wind. Yeah, all the chests go into an arithmetic combinator. The output goes to the inserters. The arithmetic combinator, you say each item divided by -12. In this case, you divide it by the number of chests that you have. In this case, there's 12 because there's 2 lots of 6. The sign is very important because that gives you the negative number. Because that's basically your average that you're going to negate with individual chests. So yeah, 940 or 960 is -80. So that's what the division's doing. And then each individual inserter has a green wire going between the inserter and its chest that it's inserting into. So if any chest is above 85, which is the currently what it's at, like it's moved up now, this inserter is then disabled because it's greater than 0. If it's less than 0, it means this is less than the total average. So if the contents of the chest is less than 90, the number the inserter sees is below 0. If it's above 0, then it means there's more than that in the chest. So it turns off, if that makes sense. So what you'll see is that the enabled inserters ripples down until it reaches the end, and then these ones turn on again, like that. So those have turned on. See these slowly turn off? Well, this one will get a good grab in there. Yep, see it's now moved down there. And now it's evening out the loading. Makes perfect sense. Excellent. Yeah, it's super simple, but there's a lot going on inside it. Why do I feel my video feels very choppy? That thing feels really wonky. Just, it's better. It's not great. How are we doing here? We are out of oil. That's how we're doing. Which isn't at all surprising. Zoom out on the base? Sure. So this is just the oil base. This is the entire base. So our starter base is over here. Oil is where we're standing. Circuits is up here. Smelting is down here, still under construction. Science is over here. And yeah, it's somewhat broken up into different districts. So yeah, I don't know if you saw it before. This is circuits. This is our circuit production. As it turns out, 8,000 science a minute is a lot of circuits. Still doing about 20,000 reds. No, 12,000 reds. It's run out. It's run out of steam. Blue circuits up there. Just wanted it out of the way and access to water. I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm doing producing sulfuric acid where it needs to be. Do you like to have a train world? This isn't even a full crazy train world. This is fairly condensed. Hey, thanks for the bits there.
Again, my train loading was even because shorter trains would come more often than larger trains, and it's been frustrating to deal with.
I forgot that I turned that back on. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. Yeah, the uneven thing is really annoying, and that circuit thing generally helps. The bigger the number, the less effective it is, though. That's why I did it per pairs of wagons. Mainly because that's how it's supposing accurate accent. It's legacy Finnish too. It's not even a good one. Yeah, so science production, it brings in all the stuff here to make the packs. Basically, here we bring stuff in to make packs. So iron copper for reds, circuits and iron for blues, sulfur, red circuits, plates for blues. We make engines here, then blues. Military takes coal and iron, and then the intermediates are made elsewhere. Doesn't like finish at all. It's better than the Dutch one. I wanted the Dutch, but it sounds horrible. Pie world. I won't be making the pie world, admittedly. There's very little chance of that happening. I take it. Oh no, stone's happening. No, most of the European accents are terrible. The Finnish one's is above average. Yeah, things like Swedish, Dutch, they're really low quality and very they're really hard to understand. Just because it's like it's like telephone quality. Yes, there's purple, yellow. It makes its own engine robot frames, but we bring in everything else, batteries and such. Low density structures just for yellows, low density structures for rockets. Rocket control units. This is a field of rocket control units. It's not the size, it's how you use it. This thing's ridiculous. And we're actually just working on silos right now. Slightly concerning, when the autosave kicked in, the CPU cooler pump just roared into life. A lot of determination. Well, let's have a look. Smoking aside, a terrible idea? It's a good idea. It's not a bad thing. It's something that I tend not to do. I mean, I have done it before. On the track. That's why that pump went crazy. What are you running at? Jeez. Transition to smelt on site, never done before. What about raw material transports? It's actually because plate has twice the stack size of ore. It's a lot easier to move it around. It's a lot easier to move bulk materials around. The hard part is distributing it. That can be tricky. The last time I did it, I used a mod called TSM to handle distributing the trains. Okay, so you're full. Probably never to be full again. Yeah, well, let's not use that train. Yeah. Does anyone know that if you output on a splitter, you can fill the whole belt with one inserter? Yeah, it's a thing. The problem with that is it requires a splitter, and splitters are, well, for a normal playthrough, splitters are fine. For a playthrough like this, splitters are a problem. Splitters are pretty big demand on the game. So one of the things I'm doing in this map is I'm building up the base without there's basically no splitters. I go all time. There's basically very few splitters being placed on this entire map compared to belt. 328,000 belt all time. And I've only made, what is that? Nearly 700 splitters compared to a million and nearly 200,000 belt. Yeah, splitters and inserters are the two big ones. So the idea is, there's actually one lot here. I think, yeah, there's one lot here, and that's and it's the only outpost actually running on belt. This is an experimental design I got from another person, Colonel Will, who also streams Factorio. Stay a while. Stay forever. So if you use dead last, you've got to remove the inserters too. Yeah, you're sort of trading one for another though. That's the problem with that. The general idea is the wagons are balanced at the outpost, so in this case the bots are doing it, but you could do it with splitters as well. You could do a standard balancer build. And then each wagon passes through. So the idea is each wagon never changes from that lane it's in. Running any mods? Just a few. Nothing gameplay changing, so mainly just for lols stuff. So this is intended to be a vanilla playthrough, so if I was to strip those out, the game would still be effectively vanilla. So yeah, so those 16 wagons of ore come out individually into a smelter, and then they come out, and then straight into where the plate trains here. So there's no balancing, lane balancing in between or anything like that. So just straight in, straight out. And that's the underlying idea of how this map works. And we come to here where the plate's been picked up and unloaded. Each lane, say there's 8 belts of iron and copper. That goes to 8 circuit machines. So each one of these lanes represents one of those wagons, and then each one of those 8 goes down a column and makes red circuits. So each wagon is now turned into red circuits. This gets loaded onto another train, which then gets further processed to say down here where the military production intermediates is, because that was this train here. So it gets fed into 8 productivity module builds. Chunky trains? I don't think I've seen that one. Yeah, so now you have 8 lanes of prod mods, and so on and so forth, and that's how it goes. And then it eventually reaches the labs. Or it reaches the labs as 8. So the 8 wagons of plate gets turned into 8 wagons of science packs, and then it gets sent into bot sandwich labs. And that's how this base works. It's a crazy base. Very crazy. That up in there. Right out the way. What does the chunky trains do? I might have seen it. I know there's been a few interesting train mods. It actually made me think of the mod that makes the trains bullet bills. Well, I just dumped all my robots. Whoops. Can't wait for the research to start. My hope is to pre-buffer. There we go, I've got more again. It's lucky that I have a request to bring more whenever I do that. Alright, so this is our low density. Can you imagine the point when we finally get this thing going? I've been teasing this for days. Those trains that are huge in size and storage capacity, they're slower for balancing reasons. Okay. The storage capacity of trains is weird. Like sometimes it's too much and sometimes it's not enough. It's funny actually because it used to, trains used to, one point in time used to only be 20 slots at 2 rows. Try a week. It's more than a week. Hey, Samalander. You remember? Yeah, that was pre-version 12, I think. Trying to think. How does this go? How does this go again? Goes in there. Place the splitter. Where? What? How? Which? When? Who? Houdini? Houdini? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Two, three, five. Oh no, this one didn't need to combine. Damn it. Double damn it. Gave away my bots again. No, it was the... I got confused because the other one combines, not this one. The control units combines. Just like to use LTN, but that destroys big bases like this. Yeah, shall we say, if you wanted the, maybe not number one anti-LTN, but I'm pretty far up there. As far as, like, you're not about to get an LTN recommendation from me, for any reason. TSM, on the other hand, I mean, there is a little bit of bias on TSM because it's made by Lord Couture, who does hang around here. But TSM is actually better, and it was designed for big bases in mind. Where's Speedy coming on that follow? Drop down one, drop down one, drop down one, down one. Different follower sound. Yeah, it's almost like every now and then you get the actual follower sound instead of the random rare one. Who would have thought you could actually get the normal one occasionally? Not gonna lie, this is starting to hurt my head a little bit. Get out of here. Stupid Roboport. Like LTN better, but I can see why. Yeah, LTN just doesn't scale well. And traditionally, like early on, LTN was very technical. Like, with all the combinator crap. And that was just kind of annoying. Yeah. Question mark, question mark. I think I'm getting a routine going now. I think. Oh yeah, I'm a technical person as well. Technical peep. Oh yeah, that's probably kind of important, isn't it, actually? Should I remove, do that? I mean, whatever saves on builds, I'm all about. Sprain is custard. That tends to happen when playing this game. There's very little technical reason uh, to use the undergrounds like you used to. Like we all used to spam the undergrounds. But it saves on so much build. Like, 'cause each one of those spans is 8 build. So 2 undergrounds, what is that? That's 4 times further than a belt. Goes 4 times further. Which still means you get, like with the half stack density, it's still twice the distance. That's why it's inconsistent. Still spam undergrounds. They're amazing, they are. I think I'm winning. I think I'm winning. Huh. This is when I'm going to discover a lot of inconsistencies. Why is this one off? Did I just not build it far enough? I think I just did build it in the wrong spot. It shouldn't have been like that. As I say, this gets confusing. Oh, speaking of using more iron than they take time to craft. Yeah. Although the balance of belts is dubious. Kavorax was a little heavy-handed with the stick on those. A little heavy-handed with the Nerf stick. At this point, is it really necessary? And it probably is. Might as well entertain the thoughts. Angry CPU again? Oh boy. There we go. Let's do it anyway. Yeah, gotta be consistent. Okay. That's low density in. And control units in. Save. Shall we do it? I think it's time to plug it in. Let's plug it in. Let's send the trains loose and see what happens. See if disaster takes hold. There we go. Oop, here they come. Yep, train. Steel's in. Copper. 2 coppers in. See some more. Come on. There we go. Plastic's in. And there's an awkward ratio. I used to do that. I still do. As I say, this base is kind of the exception. Now, this was just a copy-paste of the other one, so hopefully it works out. Kind of assuming it's fine. Just look at the trains go. Love watching Beltsville. It's fantastic. Just the frequency of trains is ridiculous there. Here comes the plastic. So there should be 3 copper, 1 steel, 1 plastic, just like that. That's running. If the fact that they're all running, I don't see any copper where there shouldn't be copper. As long as there's, like, if these are swapped, it's not so bad. As if there's copper where there shouldn't be copper, then it's a problem. Away it goes. 3,000 a minute. I think it's like 10,000 a minute total. $4,800 should be about 6,000 a minute for this one. And the silos are filling up on low density. And their respective satellite production is filling up too. Great, isn't it? You gonna give me the 8, or are you gonna hold out on us? Gonna give us the goods? Or are you gonna have backwards belt because I forgot to fix that? On the last third. Yeah, more than one backwards belt actually. Come to think of it. Oh, maybe it was just the tips. Yeah, it was. Oh, and the middle ones too, just for good measure. Well, that's kind of ruined seeing the maximum production, hasn't it? Ruined it for... low density build, you've disappoint. The low density build has disappoint. I mean, the fact that it's already doing 4,000 something a minute is pretty impressive. Because this thing's probably going to run out of supply. Yeah, it is. It's already running out. 5,000. Okay, we're going to see a 6,000 a minute. 108,000 copper plate being consumed. I mean, I was having a final vision of how you want everything to look. Yeah, it's a big part, and I sometimes struggle with that. When I say sometimes, I mean I have a big problem with that. All right, so we got our 6,000 briefly. I think it's, yeah, this starting to back up. So we're not seeing it so much. I didn't fix all of them? What I did? No, I didn't. Did I stop early? I legitimately lost count. I mean, there's still more to go, and it's still more to go, and it was already at 6,000. That's yeah. No, the whole lot was backwards. There we go. Yep, the whole lot's backed up now. So in theory, these should be about 1k ish. Yeah, these are all consistent ish. Cool. Shall we do control units? Put this underground at the start of RC when the first machine outputs the belt. Pointless underground? Oh, you mean the, yeah. I needed to check this quickly. Eyeball it. Like it's trying. It looks like an effort to spread the reds is happening. Me limiting these trains hasn't helped too much. So yeah, struggling on oil now. I need a lot of oil outposts. It's something like a 1.2 million. I forgot what I said it was. Like 1.2 million, something like that. Right, so we're set. We happy with? We're definitely happy with these. Low density, low density. I don't foresee, like I don't see any problems. It's consistently outputting. I think it's okay. I don't see any, oh, there's a few backwards. That's fine. I'm gonna save again. Let's let the next batch through. Whee! Blue circuits in. Red circuits, green circuits. And then blues again. That's perfect. That couldn't have been timed better right there. Look at that. Look at that. That's delightful. That's amazing. Alright, now, let's watch the consumption. 12k, 13k, 14k, 15, 16. And we're producing 2.1, 2.2. Pi block world, just got access to railways. Is there any tips I should know to start expanding? I don't know for Pyranodons. Yeah, 5,700, so we need about 6,000. 5,700 we're looking for, bare minimum, ideally 6,000. Yeah, I'm not sure. For Pyranodons, I don't know how much it changes. Unfortunately. Why aren't they going? Okay, it's still juicing up. Just waiting for the circus to get up the build. And we have control units. Kind of ridiculous that that's already... I got too much. 5,700. I might. Doesn't change much about rails? Okay. Hang on. Yeah, I'm slightly concerned though. It seems like consuming way more than it needs to. It seems to be consuming way more than it needs to. It's the prices to make them. So in theory, early expansion, you want to be as much of a cheapskate as possible with single lines then, it sounds like. Oh. Ah. That's a thing. It's the only one by the looks of it. How's that consist of 200,000? Yeah. Yeah, I think I've got too much control unit by the looks of that. I might have way too much. I must have doubled, like, I have a feeling there's twice as much as what there needs to be. 200,000 screen circuits consumption. Most of that, you know, is over here. This is like 90% of that. What are we at? 8. We're about halfway to losing UPS. I mean, this place is barely running, mind you. Glacier, hey. Alright, the next step. We're almost there. I could be a real cuck and splice the recording again. I might do that. I just glazed over the numbers. It's going down now. Circuit production? Yeah, sure. I did sort of glaze over it. It's the same builds repeated. The idea is it's designed to be a green circuit sink. So it eats 4 belts of green circuits. So the machine, instead of running machines at maximum, it's just meant to eat a belt. And 4 isn't enough, and 5, 1 inserter, and a bit of downtime. Yeah, the red and the blues are on the same belts. The save on UPS, you have a little bit of a chest transfer stub thing going on. That significantly helps it. Fast in 4 green belts down a line. Ah. Yeah, it's by slipping between the machines. If you want to see a real work of art, you should see the green circuit build. And the red, or by extension, the red circuit build. That gets 8 belts down a space of only 7. Plus output. I think I throw it out the outside though. Yeah, shared belts what the key to it. Want to see that too? Alrighty. I'm kind of expecting this to run short on greens at some point. Yeah, that's where the majority of the consumption goes. Lines, red belt will do. Everything's based around 8s here, so here it is. So we have a train which brings both in, and we do a half belt of each. This is 2 builds stacked together, so it comes in like this. So there it is coming in. There's the 8 belts and 8 belts. So this is the build here. The 8 belts come in here. You see the wiggling that it does. Unfortunately, you couldn't pack the circuits in, so it had to go out and around. Yeah, the reds is really easy for the blues. And so there's a pair of machines which fill a belt per input. It's not as fast as it could be, but it works. It works. The only reason I slowed down the greens was mainly just to slow down the input sync, because the input is pretty crazy. Like, it would be full belts flowing. Yeah, I went for UPS efficient, and this is a bit more UPS efficient, although this isn't UPS efficient, this green circuit. The split for more UPS efficient builds is... Well, the split for filling belts isn't great. And yeah, then it goes down into the trains. And that's repeated 6 times, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 times. Yeah, 12.9 greens needed, so 13, and I round it to an even number, so 14, because the builds are in pairs. Red circuits are based on the same initial build, but I only need one of them per row of red red circuits. Same principle again, so the split train comes in for the greens, and then a plastic copper one comes in for the reds. So we have 8 belts for each coming in, which translates to, I suppose it's a bit easier because it's one for greens and 2 for the reds because it's split into 2 halves. Need more trains? Oh yeah, definitely. There's going to be a lot of bottleneck chasing with greens for the whole base really. It's running on minimum. So yes, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, then 2, 4, 6, 8 again. These all come from the same train wagon, so yeah, that's why the plastic split is the way it is, because it's split at the wagon. So instead of going halfway, if these two were combined, the plastic and the copper would go all the way down in. But it's split unevenly because of the way that wagon, because the balancing point's at the wagon. Dirt or something. So yeah, that's how that works. Everything's based around 8s, because 8 wagons. Reds are really the bottleneck because there's not enough plastic supply. Or oil supply, sorry. Because it just eats the oil like that. It's only 15k plastic a minute out of the, what is it, like 100,000 that's needed? Second hour logic. The oil train, yeah, it's to manage the oil trains going into the different stops. So this one's turned off because the train just came in and filled it up, whereas this one's, oh, that's the top one. This one's empty, so it's waiting for a train. Oh, it's opened up again because it's probably empty. Actually, there's probably some stops down here that are full that are biasing it. But yeah, there's just not enough oil coming in. I only have, how many oil trains do I have? I only have like 5. 5. Not a lot. Yeah, a lot more. There's actually an oil patch right there. Why are robots used? So just keep it compact. So that transfers the coal and the plastic. So we turn all of the oil in here into gas, and then we turn it into plastic. And then it's just entirely self-contained build. With oil, it's a lot more effective to break it up into small builds and then repeat the build as you need more. Instead of trying to make a mega oil. Mega oils suck. Probably still has, I don't know, struggling. It's moving oil. It's not struggling, but it's trying to. Yeah, so that plastic builds. This plastic setup is repeated 9 times. Then there, somewhere down here is an acid one. This does the same thing, and then acid, and then rocket fuel down here, which we've only partially set up. Yeah, so we built it on top. So we landfilled and built water pumps right at it. So there's no. So water supply is really easy. It's how you build. It's the ideal oil refinery. You want to build on the tip of water supply. If you really want to go crazy, you can build the whole thing out on a lake and plug the pump in direct. It's tricky to do, but it's possible. I don't think it is as possible now. You gotta. Yeah, there's a bit of trickery to do to make that work. There's also a mod called Water Well Pump, which lets you just place a pump anywhere. Does the same thing. How's iron smelting looking? Smelting. It's doing smelting things. It's 90k a minute-ish. Look at that pollution. It's just growing. Yeah, reds. Reds are the reds are the stopping point right now. Just a few, yeah, just a few waiting. Steel is a similar story. It's probably steel as it's a slow build. Giving you many more ideas? Nice. Ah, you have the water wheel pump. I think some mods like Pteranodons does give you the basically reskinned oil patches which are blue specifically for that. This is our old build. We can get rid of this. Right, so the last piece of the puzzle is satellites, and rocket fuel, and then we're good. Ooh, actually, 7, 8. It's giving me ideas. Does, but they aren't OP. They need like 16. Can you home base for producing things like belts? I've already got one, more or less final one set up. It's here. Or more or less where the starter base is, but this thing, like the smelter, everything external supplies it. So I have trains bringing in everything. I do want to clean this place up, but I'm going to clean it up once I've got the base more or less tidied up. More or less running. So like the remnants of the old smelters are still here. You can actually see a bit of the old supply, and the engine build or RoboFrame build still here, and that's it. Torn up everything else, bit of concrete. This place was just meant to make modules. There's the old power station. The fish display, yeah. Even the blue circuit build is gone. The monstrosity. Angry CPU is angry. Yeah, and 9. No wonder the CPU is angry. I might need to check the fan grill. Yeah, back airflow doesn't feel great. What's that? Oh, it's toasty. Yeah, the fan. The back fan doesn't feel like it's pushing a lot of air. I might need to blow out the radiator. Well, users LTN is connected to a mall, and they call Caterpillar sensors anywhere in the base. Yeah, I've seen that. I'm not a fan of it though. Not a fan. You know what? I'll do the science jelly beans that way. We'll pull the science jelly beans out here because I didn't place them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 8. All those nukes with those control units on the belt. Limitless possibilities, eh? Might not reach. Guess I can go up here then. Yeah, for vanilla Factorio, LTN has a few problems. We keep talking about them somehow, mainly because it keeps coming up. 8. inserter. Oh, I'm missing something very important. That needs to go. Factorio coming on in.
MOJOD1FFMOJOD1OFFMOJOD1OB Mojodevil.
Thank you very much for that, Lexreal. Show you some love and hype in chat, and definitely a bit of honk for Lexreal throwing down that sub. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate that. I really do appreciate that sub. And the hilarious message. There. Give me views so much. Funny you say that. Westdude was getting me to, got me to put up the bits for the text-to-speech bits, and he was trying to abuse it, but it didn't work. That's here's the inserter. Yes, on the left. That at the bottom. Oh yeah, low density. Huh? Wait. Oh, you mean low density there? Okay. Yeah, I get you now. No, what I realized is so these silos are actually in pair. Well, there's a few things going on. These silos are actually in pairs. So sure, you don't need to be limited really. The circuit condition limits you, inherently limits you. Yeah, I can draw these over a little bit. I probably don't have to though. Okay. Yay. I don't mind if one's slightly different to the rest. There. Apparently those beacons are still there, even though I thought I got rid of them. Oh yeah, they've moved the roboport. I think it was more that I did a really half-assed attempt at getting rid of them, more than anything else. That's I suspect is the underlying issue. Keep that. Something like that. Fully beacon silos? They don't really need it. 8 beak, or whatever this is, I think it's 12 beaconing, is good enough. These, I don't know what the rate is. It's like once every 2 or 3 minutes these launch. How do you deal with science stop while you wait for the boat to fill up? Usually, you trying to think of cases where that's happened. So in the case of this map, I wanted to make modules, so I just turned off science. That was like 2 weeks ago. Early game. Yeah, you're at that stage where I just turned science off. It was easier to turn it off than it was to keep it running. We're at that same stage. I did push it through to all the infinites in the end, but it was kind of annoying. Hangs out there. Oh yeah, because the things line up. Also have this reference inserter to help me along the way, apparently. Two reference inserters, actually. What a lucky day. I even gained an extra belt, too. It's just a disaster. Yeah, the way I dealt with it was... I had to just turn off science to make the modules in the end. Something's wrong. Like, that shouldn't be. Megabase, just make module? I could have, but I didn't want to. That's something that's easier to do in multiplayer. Yeah, I had the, what did I have? So long ago now. I made the, to get the circuits for the modules, I made the circuit build and then brought it back to base. And pumped it into science and modules. No, I left the base doing science and then the modules used the newer supply. Use the starter patches till all that ran out. And before someone points out that it never actually ran out. It never actually ran out. It's still there. That starter iron patch is still there. It's still plugged into the steel. Yeah, this can't supply modules though. This is like the amount of materials you need for modules is ridiculous. You have to build smelting and circuits. External, like some kind of booster smelter and circuits somewhere. Yeah, that one took some time to make. One, two, three, four, five. Ah, there it is. 6, 7, 8. I nearly cut that, rotated that. Done everything with double. Yeah, anything that's a power of 2 would work. I could have done with 4, 8, 16, 32. You could do any other number if it was all bot based. could actually be any number really. It doesn't actually have to be a power of it doesn't actually have to be a power of 2 technically. Because if it's bots doing the well, power of 2 is best for belt balancing, but if it's bot balancing the first build, it could have been anything really. Could have been 10. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hang on, I need to focus on this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I've done mega trains before. Mega trains are something. Have you seen more red circuits yet? Nope, they're still waiting. Oh, one of them's loading at least. $39, $44, $55. But over here, yeah. Now the lack of smelting's starting to show. How is purple doing also? How many lights? Hey, one of the lights went out. Excellent. One of the trains is stopped. Oh, loading a military train. Purple's still going hard. Speaking of, you can go there. How many hours have I got? Over 6,000. I think it's gone over 6,100 now. What do we get? It's just absorbing the packs. Yeah, you had some long belts. I suppose I probably had some longer stuff. Oh yeah, I need to deal with those these unloads because it's all filling up the one set of chests. I think it takes 2 train unloads to max this out. Maybe have to be some rich patches. Oh no. 10. I think that's turned it off. I can't remember if it was 10 or 15 turns it off. 13. Probably about 14. And off. Yep, 15. It's either 15 or 16. It might actually be 16. Only 10 million. It's good for starting out. 10 million goes pretty far. At least in early game. But it depends on how dense it is. Like if it's really tiny and you can only get like half yellow belt out of it, it's no good. I might have to send you around to the other side. No, it's actually going to make it. No, never mind. Alright, you're going around the block. It's nice to see. It's basically down to just yellow. Yeah, I don't... Richness isn't as big for me. I prefer patches to be really big. Or, it's more spread out. That way you can get more out of it. In any for any given time period. So that's why these patches, I actually turn the richness down on this. So these are largish patches for like they're railwood patches. So they're large, but their richness is turned down because richness doesn't matter as much. That was going to go round. You're probably waiting on stone. There's the stone train again. Or outpost. Getting beaten down pretty hard. Okay. Tatawil while he's playing his no war base. Default. I don't like default these days. Default is a little too spread out now. Default was more like default should give you enough options. Like should give you some options for like belting local, like not too much, not too little, not enough so you need trains and cars to go exploring, but not so much that you're swimming in it, and not so little that you actually need trains to go out beyond the starting patches. The default tends to lean on needing trains now. Way too much. Way too spread out. Holy crap, this recording's nearly 3 hours. Alright, let's get the jelly bean train going. I need one of these. Hmm. I do it. Like that. I've got to lay the other ones flat. I don't want this one really interfering with them. It's sort of its own thing. That. Yeah. Right. Back to... really want this done. It's nearly 2 o'clock. Time's running out. Yeah, this is basically the so I have to change over to Factorio after today, so that's why I'm really pushing. Right, there's our jelly bean train. Oh. Oh. Uh, like, sounds like you need more raw. Need more outposts. More smelting. Why do I have to? Because it launched a week ago, and I was supposed to be... well, I actually did want to play Factorio, but I didn't want to leave, like, sort of shelve this map for, like, a month, and then come back to it. I wanted to get this map into a point where we get it going, and then we can pause it for a little bit, and then do another playthrough, then come back and optimize. Well, that back on itself. Good reason. Or so far away. It's time to automate. Can you automate building outposts? Anyway? Like with bots and things? That'd be the next step. Oh, screw naming that. Just mashing the keyboard randomly now. Base jelly beans. Well, it's a lot. A lot of stops. Full. Two. 3. 4. God dang it. Can't remember if there's a shortcut for that. Automating using spiders. Spiders is a good one. Time to get some things. Not phallic at all. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the fourth one sits out in the line. Who knows? Maybe I'll be able to cram them in really, really tight. So did I limit your chest? Yes, I did. Oop. Like that. There we go. Playing the railroad would be an issue. Rain's TLS system. Oh, I mean, I got a similar thing going on. It's not as refined though. Oh, you're connected. That's why. 100k of rail. How did you end up with? You want default or? Shouldn't need that much. How much have I produced? 2.1 million. Actually, how much have I placed? 135,000. So it doesn't sound right because I've only placed 135,000. Oh, you're not actually powered. Not going to help things. Oh yeah, science eats rail. That's for sure. Bots. Oh. That's how. Alright, so we got control units, we got some control units. We're still loading. I was hoping for another cycle of reds. Change. Still 39. Eating on yeah, plastic and oil and all that. That's right. What? Hell? Get there. Guess I'll reduce it even more. I'm gonna hazard a guess that this is, yeah, that's getting pretty low now. That was 723. None of the speed modules actually. I don't think any of them are. Built on stream, most of it. Took a fair while, but the bots and the spiders did most of the work. I mean, there isn't a huge amount to it, and the outpost requester system did the bulk of like the smelter work. Supply system. And the bots. Okay. There's a power supply. It's in the middle of a lake. I can show it in a sec. It's right over here. Nuclear. What are we at? 21. We've gone up a gigawatt. We have a capacity of 24 currently. Right. 87. Fairly high. What is it? It's 80. Yeah, 89 out of 103. So it's basically at 90%. It's 90-ish%. So what do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 unloads. I kind of want to do accumulators elsewhere still. I'm committed. Committed to the cause. I don't know why. Don't know why I decided on it. One is 16 belts of each. Angry CPU was angry again. There. Change the settings of the map in the middle of it. I have done it to other maps, not this one though. It is possible to do it. Oh, something like that. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm slightly off. Yeah, there's a console command to change map settings. There. Megabase. To leaves. Have a good night. Alright, have a good one, Turtle Lord. Yeah. Did I copy the right one? No, I didn't. I wanted this one. 2, 8. About there, and I'm gonna be generous and pop it there. Use a mod. Hey, look at media. But yeah, there's a console command that can do it. I think you can use a mod to do it more directly. I'm doing alright. Very warm today, though. Now we've got 16 to work with. How many unloaders did I say it was? 1, 5, 6. Couldn't I combine those belts? That's the real question. I mean, I don't want to have to figure out the ratio, having said that. Looks so close. more space. Yeah. 5, 2, 5, 5. So I could combine steel and copper is an easy one. How do I stick everything on a train? I couldn't stick everything on a train. Blues probably. Blues satellites uses wait 10. So nothing. Where are satellites? Batteries is a big one. Iron plate, yeah, it's more than iron plate's more than a belt. Solar panels. Yeah, batteries and iron plate need their own belts. Find solar. Can't see it. It's in here somewhere. Sure of it. Burn it. Science pack. Yeah, it's definitely doing those. Red, green, yellow, white. Satellite accumulator, control unit, good parts, radar. Light. I think I've gone blind or something. Genuinely can't see it. It's too bad I can't show you this because the things don't work. Oh, there it is. 12,000. Oh wait, that's divided by 8, isn't it? What is it? It's yeah, I said it was 1620, but it's actually, what is it? 1620 divided by 16, so it's only 101. Here's the challenge though, is if you wanted me to do all of those at once, you'd have to figure out the ratio of slots on all of those wagons. That would be a fun one. Yeah, they're all pretty low. They're all actually pretty low. I would keep circuits as their own, green circuits as their own thing. But yeah, you would have to figure out the ratio. And I'll keep this, probably keep that one separate. Copper steel would be a good one. Ooh. Oh, they're finally showing up over there. Yeah, combine batteries and combine those two. Combine those two. With steel and copper, yeah, they're 1 to 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's significantly reduced it already. Could go further. The problem is the more you divide it down, the less the train holds in its wagon. And that is not necessarily something you want. As I say, if I bundle everything, then it's got to be split across all those wagons. They're doing science unloads and train with stuff where the station needs it. I could do that. Yeah, yeah. Actually, that's not a bad one. Oh, those they came down the track again. So I still have the dedicated rocket fuel. Yeah. Rocket fuel and the thing that worries me still is overall circuits are still pretty big. It's 12,000 a minute. Bought the stuff. I was thinking about doing bot sandwich for accumulators and such. That's a bad sound. That means the pollution spread down to there. Yeah, it has. That's my modules, damn it. Freedom Tunnel. That's from the Frontier map. That's from there, that one. Alright, let's start with rocket fuel. I know what to do with rocket fuel. Yeah, the Freedom Tunnel lagged the game out, so no one could actually play anymore. Everyone's game died. That's 2, 5, 6. That's only one chest per. Hmm. Yeah, died. It was more than 15-minute trip back. No, that was a different one. There wasn't a 15-minute trip back. That would have been like one of JD's reach the end. That would have been JD's reach the end map or something. The Frontier one had a train. Oil heavy strip map. It was pre-artillery. There is an end to the map. It's 1 million tiles. The map has to be finite. It can't be infinite. The limit is so high that currently no PC can actually load it into memory. I think you're thinking of the original reached the end of the map playthrough that JD did. Just thinking, trying to do thinking. Wasn't JD? It could have been a Sam Melander one as well. Sam Melander's done that a few times. Alright, so that's 2 products. Linux terms map? I don't remember them doing a... Alright, if I split it off into pairs, I can do it in 4, I reckon. I reckons. Using a very obviously copy and pasted unloader. And yay, I get to move this again. I've lost count how many times I've moved this thing. Dense forest like? It is a lot of biters. And you also have to reset and to run commands to clear the map gen of most of the wildlife too. Like all the decoratives. I think there was a command to remove radars too. Because the game just because the memory requirement was so high, the game barely ran. Loved us for that. Yeah, seeding's usually all about those sorts of things. Spider Squad. Well, that was way before Spider Squad. You had to do everything by hand back then. I think it was the one you're talking about is version 15. Yeah, Spider Squad makes it so easy now. Well, that's really, push that into there. Point where it's debatable that it even exists. Debatable, you wonder why it actually exists. Pretty sure Veldak recently got to the end with spiders. He just had a huge army of them. On Clowntown's ribbon map. Signals there? Oh yeah, that's a copy and paste of the old signal settings because I changed them. I got rid of the sequencer. Go, bots. Away with ye to do your things. And stuff and junk. Assuming I've even placed this in the right spot. Eh. Oh. Giving me belt? You better give me belt. Probably doesn't have any belt left in storage. Where are you at? You can't... What? Are you? Can't get here. Alright, there's a piece missing somewhere. Oh, there. Who knew? Oh, look, there's another stone patch being built over. Comes. Yes, give me your belt. Like my belts are going backwards. One. Hmm. Might be better for me to just go that way, just go round it. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You there. Ad bots. Need those. Jerks. Little jerks took all my builds away. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's convenient. Hey, it's Kookaburra heist. Kookaburras are on the heist again. Rude. Gonna be playing, jumping back and forth with that Spidertron now. What challenge capacity upgrade mod? Yeah. It's like, this gave me flashbacks of the nuclear bots mod. Oh, what now? Hey, you're up there. I like how it's just specifically attacked the track. That was what the stutter was all the trains. All the trains, oh, you got repair packs here. Trains suddenly repathing. Look at that, all trains are actually down. One more to bring down? Oh, I do too. It's this supply train. By train. Oh wait, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing it wrong. I think I need to stop. I'm at 6 hours. Damn it. I was hoping to get it done, but it's not gonna happen. I might need to think about it some more. I just realised I'm meant to be combining like these two together. combining, so it's not 6, it's actually 4 total. So it's rocket fuel, and then that's those two, something like those two. That and that. I go and kill Biter. I did use artillery, but the pollution spread beyond it. I was also saving the building a wall for an actual stream. Once it's done, that's part of it. Yeah, anyway, I think I need to stop. We're well over 3 hours on this. I need to get lunch. It's really hot in here. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get to it. I might do a special stream to finish off, to finalize the last of it tomorrow, or maybe even later today.